I just want to say, does anyone remember how I had to dub over my AR reaction? If you remember that, you are a real one. We have another summer album to check out that came out the exact same day as Princess of Power by Marina, and that is Addison by Addison Rae. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I keep hearing snippets from it as it's like auto playing when I'm listening to other music, and getting really excited to check it out. It sounds actually really gorgeous. I actually discovered Addison back when she did her AR EP, which I reacted to on my channel, and I loved it so much. I thought it was absolutely pop perfection. Really made me excited to see her growth as an artist, and obviously we've already seen that maturing, right? This music is so much more mature than that album ever was. There's nothing wrong with that first EP, but it's cool to see how she's kind of like inventing herself now and who she really wants to be as an artist. So I'm excited to see her growth and just see what this album is all about. We have gotten 5 singles from this album, so I've heard almost half of this album. Headphones On, I think, was like my favorite of the singles. That was the one that I went back to the most and I found the most addictive. But yeah, I'm excited to revisit the singles, especially the ones I didn't listen to as much, and see how they all fit into the soundscape. So let's jump in. We are starting with the track called New York, which I actually love her starting out the album with that. I'm a big fan of New York. I'm excited to see how she's gonna open the album. I'm really grateful that this song was not a single. As I said in my Marina reaction, I really love going into albums blind, especially with the first track. So let's listen to New York.
Take a bite of the Big Apple.
New York. Oh God, I love New York, love New York, love New York, love New York, love New York.
That was not what I was expecting.
Feel so free, feel so free, feel so free. It's my religion. Out of control. Time's moving slow. LA's home, but I'm ready to go.
Ooh, girl.
Black car picked me up from the airport. Dropped my bags at the Bowery Hotel. Next stop to the club, I'm a dance whore. Kick drum, chew gum. Oh God, I love New York, love New York, love New York.
Ooh. Wait. Love the pre-chorus. It's so fun. Ooh, we're getting that like atmosphere, right? It feels like you're in New York. Ooh. Not what I was expecting at all. I thought it was going to be a much different vibe, like much softer and more chill and pretty. But it was pretty. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved the pre-chorus and the chorus when she said New York is my religion and we got those like falsetto notes. I am so here for the falsetto. I just listened to obviously Marina's album. Been listening to that every day. She uses so much falsetto on that album. Addison is doing the same thing here with the falsetto and I am absolutely living for the beautiful atmosphere that it creates. I love how there was such a gorgeous undertone to that song. Like it wasn't just kind of a clubby bop, right? Because that's not always my thing. But I love how there was that gorgeous undertone throughout because that kind of grounded it for me and made it something that was more easily accessible to someone like me. The chorus really gave me a Charlie XCX vibe and I don't want to compare her. Like I'm really not trying to do that. I know she is doing her own thing. But I just want to say the chorus really reminded me of Charlie and I feel like Charlie could feature on maybe like a remix version of that track or something and that would be a really fun time. You know, maybe there was some inspiration happening or she just likes similar stuff. But that was a really cool way to open the album, like very atmospheric. And I love how the production just kept changing up throughout, you know, and we got so many different little pockets that I really liked. Yeah, really cool. Really, really cool song. Okay, the next one is Diet Pepsi. I didn't do a reaction to this. It was definitely a grower, like one of those songs I just did not vibe with and then all of a sudden it kind of hit clicked for me and I started liking it. So excited to, revisit it. I haven't listened to it in a pretty minute.
My boy's a winner, he loves the game. My lips reflect off his cross gold chain.
Kind of like a talk singing vibe. This is one of those songs that just feels like euphoria personified, right? Like you feel that euphoric feeling when the chorus hits. The falsetto provides this heavenly atmosphere to just like fall into. I love the chorus of this song. That's definitely like my favorite part of it.
Get caught, fog up the windows in the parking lot. Sexy, sitting on his lap, sipping Diet Pepsi.
I like the imagery, like all throughout. I feel like this is gonna be a very imagery-focused album. I want to sing along, but I don't know all the lyrics. Kind of that up and down feeling. A lot of layering too, kind of her sweet, almost childlike voice over top of the falsetto. Backseat. I think with all the songs on this album, I'm going to have to be in a very specific mood to like get into the vibes. Like that song, I really have to be in a specific mood. But what's kind of interesting about this already too is there's this mixture of maturity and innocence that I'm hearing. There's obviously maturing in lyrical content. Like it was already bordering on mature topics when she released her AR EP, but it's even more mature now. And the soundscape obviously has matured from her previous work, but there's such an innocence as well in like the vocal delivery and just the overall feeling. It can feel very like childlike and whimsical and kind of like you're very young and innocent. So it's kind of interesting to see like that juxtaposition happening already. But the next one is called Money is Everything. I'm really excited about this one. I feel like this is going to be a commentary song about money.
When I was growing up, Mama always told me to save my money.
We're literally underwater.
Rely on a man to take care of me. But money's not coming with me to heaven, and I have a lot of it. So can a girl just have fun? Can a girl have fun? Can a girl have fun? Can a girl have fun? Fun, fun. Pocket full of sunshine, busting through the seam. Say it, baby, don't lie. Diamonds are my best friend, like I'm on a jean. Say it, baby, don't lie. Can a girl have fun? Can a girl have fun? Can a girl have fun? Fun, fun.
This is so cohesive so far. It's actually insane how cohesive this album already feels.
I wanna remember, and when I'm not dancing, please DJ play Madonna. Wanna roll one with Nana, get high with Gaga, and the girl I used to be is
Oh my God.
inside of me. Pocket full of sunshine.
Okay, you already know those are my favorite 3 lines because they mention 3 of my favorite artists. When I'm dancing, please DJ, play Madonna. Wanna roll one with Lana, get high with Gaga. Madonna, Lana, and Gaga all mentioned in 2 lines is crazy. I love how tongue-in-cheek it feels. Again, such a playful delivery of that line. Like, you know she's not saying it seriously. I like the heavier production coming in, too. I'm the richest girl in the world. That was funny. Like, it was very tongue-in-cheek, right? Again, kind of that playful, childlike vocal saying money's everything. And then the rest of the song, though, it felt kind of like this mature reflection, I guess, on money. And like, I don't know if that'll be a favorite because, you know, the talk singing and like kind of the chanting, like I'm not really into that vibe, but I did think it was fun. Probably the most fun so far. Oh, hi, it's me from the future. It's actually been a few days since I listened to the first 3 tracks on the album. I usually don't do that. I usually listen to the full body of work and then that's that. But I recognized as I was listening that I was just not in the mood for this style of music and that sitting. So I really wanted to come back when I felt more in the mood. So I just re-listened to the first 3 tracks. They were hitting a lot harder. Money is Everything is actually my favorite track so far, but I love all 3. I feel like this album is going to have a lot of replay value with like how cohesive it is. Money is Everything is especially really fun in the second verse. Obviously like the Lana Madonna Gaga thing just being the standout moment for me. So I'm excited to keep going. We are going into Aquamarine. I did react to both the song and the music video. So we'll breeze through this and then we will get into the rest of the songs. Kind of gives video game vibes.
The world is my oyster, baby, come touch the pearl.
I like that every song so far has a beat and like a movement to it.
And I'm the only
Girl.
I'm light.
It's so light too.
Transforming and realigning.
Realign those chakras, girl.
Yeah.
Love this heavier sound coming in too.
I'm swimming in the sea with the salt in my hair. Kissed by the sun, it's a love affair. Heart of the ocean around my neck. Don't have to say it.
I need to listen to this song more. When you're in the vibe, you're really in it. That reminds me of the part in New York where she goes up the scale. I really here for those moments. Like falsetto is just really the vibe right now. Oh my god. Low-key, I'm just like floating a little bit. I went to the pool earlier today. That song kind of reminds me of how I felt when I was floating in the pool. Looking up at the sky and all the clouds and just feeling so floaty and free. It's actually a euphoric experience. If you've never like floated in water, just on your back, I highly recommend it. But that song kind of reminded me of how I felt. Just kind of that euphoric, free, light, airy feeling. Very beautiful. I do really like that song. I have to be in the mood for that song. That's the whole freaking thing. I think that's going to be the whole thing with this album. You know, it's going to be more of a mood album, more of kind of getting in that groove. But once you're in that groove, you just want to listen to it in full, right? Like, I can't express how frustrating it was when I was getting ready for this video to film the second part and the rest of the album, when I had to stop listening after the first 3 tracks because I hadn't heard anything else yet. It was very frustrating because I just wanted to listen to the full album all at once because it's so in that pocket. Okay, the next one is called Lost and Found. Kind of a random title, but let's get into it. Oh, this is like an interlude. Okay, that was really pretty. I don't have a lot to say about interludes most of the time, but I will just say I really liked the repetition of again, and kind of the more she repeated it, the more you felt like you were in that dream state that the soundscape really evokes, like this very dreamy atmosphere. And I really thought that was gorgeously beautiful. 48 seconds though, you know, come on. I hate interludes because they're so short. And already all these songs feel so short. I guess you don't want the song to go on too long or else, you know, you can have the opposite critique, like it's too long, but they are short and sweet. Okay, the next one is called High Fashion. I did react to this. It is not a song that I've gone back to a lot, so we will see if it, you know, works better for me in the context of the album.
Have you ever dreamt of being seen? Not by someone more like in a magazine. Wanting something more
Again, you're just like getting into that kind of euphoric groove.
I don't need your drugs. I'd rather get high passion. I don't want cheap.
I still don't really understand this song. I think that's a reason that I don't connect to it.
With the cigarette pressed between my tits. But when it comes to shoes, I'll be a slut.
Again, it's that very innocent vocal, right? But talking about mature themes.
But I don't need your drugs. I'd rather get high passion. I'd rather get passion.
Yeah, I still don't really love that song. Like, I don't know what it is. It is cohesive with the other tracks. I think the lyrics don't really do it for me, and I don't find myself connecting for that reason. I will just say it's very repetitive. All of these songs so far are kind of extremely repetitive, which isn't necessarily a problem if you're in that vibe, you're in that groove. Like, you know, it doesn't matter too much if you're just enjoying the music, but it is kind of a critique that I have because I prefer songs that have more lyrics and less repetition. It kind of depends on me, like what the vibe is, what the song is, but that is a little critique I will give, I guess. The next one is called Summer Forever. I'm so excited for this one because it's summer here in the United States, so I'm so excited. Also, this keeps auto playing, and like I thought it was absolutely beautiful for the first few seconds, so.
Feel like summer forever. Love inside my parents said he used it second time's the charm. Wrapped up in your arms and it feels just like a dream. Friends say I disappeared, I blame it on the things we do. Staying up all night long, singing our favorite songs, making out in the car, doing shots at the bar. When they get at the beach,
I think I heard this somewhere.
alone. All my fears thrown out the window, makes it feel like summer forever. All my fears thrown out the window.
Less beat heavy, more just that euphoric, dreamy atmosphere. Really like this.
This love's one to remember. My 11, would you fly with me to Paris? We could get real romantic and never ever stop dancing. The edge was safer when I'm standing on it with you.
It's about a summer romance, or just a romance in general, I guess. This song feels like summer, you know, and this is why I love music like this, where it evokes such a specific feeling, because in the moment of wanting to listen to a certain type of song that makes you feel a certain type of way, you can just go to that song. And you know, I love that, you know, that's something I always really appreciate in music, and I love how much this gets you into that atmosphere.
Barefoot on the street, shotgun in my phone.
Love the chorus.
Alone. All my
Or is it the pre-chorus?
makes it feel like summer forever.
This is windows down, like convertible. I don't have a convertible, but
All my fears thrown out the window.
it's like you're moving in slow motion or something.
This love's one to remember.
Ooh, wait. The bridge.
This ain't my first time, but baby, I hope that it's my last. Want this to last.
In the car, in the backseat, losing all my innocence in the backseat. This is Diet Pepsi's sister, okay? This is her light, bright, summery sister, because it gives the same feeling of like a summer romance. You're in the back of the car at the drive-in movies or something. The freedom, you know, the exciting nature of like meeting a new person and connecting and all that, like that is enveloped in this song. And I really, really like that. I really, really like this. I'm riding the wave. It really feels like you're taking a piece of paper, you're opening the window of your car, and you're just letting it fly into the breeze. That's what this song feels like.
I love you so bad.
This part too. Good melodies, right? It's a hit, ladies and gentlemen. I loved that one. I thought that was so just beautiful. Just summery and light and airy and breezy and cover girl. And just perfect. Honestly, I just thought that was a really, really nice one. Like, melodically, I felt like it was pretty strong, especially toward the end with like the Love You Bad part. Loved that. And just one of the lightest in areas so far. Perfect song to head into summer with. The next one is called In the Rain. So we're kind of going from summer to like in the rain. So maybe it's going to be like a sad song. I don't get the sense we're gonna be super sad on this album though. It's just kind of vibey. Reflective, but vibey.
Walk in the room, my high heels on, I strike a pose. Young, dumb, and cute, nothing to lose. And now the past is someone that I have to answer for. I got a whole new point of view. Misunderstood, but I'm not gonna sweat it. Isn't it all for the show? Keeping a smile on my face for protection. Turning my tears into gold. So
Interesting. Misunderstood, but I'm not gonna sweat it. Isn't it all for the show? Everything I do is kind of just part of my expression of myself. You know, if I'm misunderstood, it's fine because it's just all for show. It's all for what I do as an artist.
don't wanna be sad, gotta be it's like a waste of time. Maybe it's fake, but I don't care. You don't deserve my heart, and guess what? I don't know it to you. If you're offended, say a prayer. Misunderstood, but I'm not gonna sweat it.
Feels sad, but it's a waste of time. That's real.
Turning my tears into gold.
Turning my pain into something productive. Turning my pain into art.
So I cry.
I think this will be a grower. I do think it'll grow on me, but I'm just like not feeling it on a first listen.
Only in the rain.
I cry only in the rain, like I'm gonna hide my emotion.
Only in the rain.
You hear those effects?
So I cry. Only in the rain. Only in the rain.
I guess not as much stood out to me about that song as the other songs so far. It could be a grower. I did kind of like the euphoric nature of the chorus once again. Lyrically, I like the concept, you know, of like smiling through the tears, not wanting to show your true emotion, kind of feeling like it's fake, but also feeling like it's what you have to do to self-preserve. Thought that was really relatable. So lyrically, I enjoyed it. The next one is called Fame is a Gun. I did listen to this when it came out just on my own, but I only listened to it like one time, so really don't have a good memory of it. So let's revisit it. Wait, I feel like I would have remembered this.
Tell me who I am. Do I provoke you with my tone of innocence? Don't ask too many questions. That is my one suggestion. You know I keep it real.
Don't ask too many questions, like you're not gonna figure me out. I'm just a mystery.
Knew it from the start. It was the only way to mend my broken heart.
I do not remember liking it this much.
I always wanted more.
It was never enough.
Fame is a gun and I point it blank. Crush and burn, girl, baby, swallow it dry. I got a taste of the glamorous life. There's no mystery. I'm gonna make it, gonna go down in history.
This is a bop.
You shame me, it makes me want it more.
When you shame me, I want it more.
Love is a drug that I can't deny. I'm your dream girl, but you're not my type. You got a front row seat and I got a taste of the glamorous life.
There's a lot she's reflecting on in these songs. I think it's gonna take me a minute to really process. love is a drug that I can't deny. So she's very forthright about the fact that fame is addictive. I'm your dream girl, but you're not my type. Kind of interesting. I feel like that could be referring to the fact that, you know, we see these celebrities as our dream girls or like our inspiration, and they don't really know us. You know, they don't know us. They don't know who we are. They wouldn't like all of us if they were to meet us as people in the real world, and just kind of like the difference between being a fan of someone and like actually knowing them and like liking them as a person. It's a very self-aware song, which I think I can appreciate. You know, I do appreciate anytime a singer who has reached some level of fame is able to be self-aware and realize things about themselves, reflect, and have some level of keeping it real. So I do appreciate this song lyrically as well. And also it's just a bop. Like, I would consider this the boppiest so far, and I remember not liking it when I listened to it at first, so I'm just kind of thrown off by this. Also, you've got a front row seat and I got a taste of the glamorous life. Like, both of us are benefiting from this relationship. That one. Literally, I think that was one of my favorites so far. Super catchy, super boppy. Felt the most like kind of single friendly or like radio friendly, I guess, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a better song than the other tracks, but I just think there was an appeal there to maybe a wider audience. The beat was just it for me. Like, that's what really got me into it. You know, something about Addison is like she keeps it fun, but she also keeps it real, which, you know, I do think I can appreciate because I think both are equally as important. Like, it's good to make fun music that just makes people dance or like feel happy. And it's also great to be self-aware and be reflective and vulnerable. And like, her writing to a degree reminds me a little bit of Charlie XCX, both sonically and lyrically. Again, I'm really not trying to compare her, but just to give you an idea, like, Charlie's writing is so unexpectedly vulnerable. And I feel the same way about Addison's writing. I wouldn't expect it to be as vulnerable as it is because you just get lost in the beat and you're like lost in the fun vibes of the song. But once you really read the lyrics is when you realize it's a bit deeper. So that one, you know, reflecting, being very self-aware, like, yeah, I'm kind of living for my fame. Like, I love being famous. I love this experience of people loving me. And there was a Fame as a Gun music video, but I forgot about that. So we're just gonna keep this a more chill video. The next one is called Times Like These. I have been so ready to hear this. I've heard good things about it. And also it keeps auto playing and it sounds absolutely beautiful. This.
I know you like when I wear this dress. I feel best when I'm wearing less. If I dye my hair bleach blonde, maybe then I'll turn you on. Do I eat what I want tonight? Will it make me feel less tight? I'm so caught up in my head. Wanna take back what I said. My life moves faster than me.
Do I eat what I want tonight, or will it make me feel less tight? I'm so caught up in my head, want to take back what I said. Sounds like she's trying to impress this person.
No matter what I try to do, in times like these, it's how it has to be. Yeah. Don't wanna get too close, I'm scared. Do you hate me or do you care? Think about all the time I spend, feeling lost, but I'm bound to get.
Really love the verses.
Am I too young to be this mad? Am I too old to play my dad?
Am I too old to blame my dad? Very stream of consciousness kind of song, right? Like, it feels like she's tapping into a lot of different things in this track, like a lot of different subjects. I would say that about this whole album. Like, it feels very stream of consciousness. Like, she's kind of just saying these thoughts as they come to her mind, reflecting on different things in her life, even from way back when. Like, she's not just reflecting on 1 year of her life. Like, sometimes albums will just reference like 1 year or one period. This feels like it's kind of reflecting on her entire life from childhood onward. I mean, I guess she's only like, what, 20 or something, so.
I'm so confused.
Me too, girl.
Moves faster than me. Can't feel the ground beneath my feet. No matter what I try to do, in times like these, it's how it has to be. It's how it has to be. Yeah, how it has to be.
production is just working so well, especially with the vocals. Just really in this pocket with this one. And it's like, feels like a quarter life crisis kind of song, which I can relate to.
I'm so confused.
Like, I wonder how far I'll go, but like, reflecting, I don't know. This production is the best on the album, in my personal opinion. It's really full, but still carries that lateness. Understand the lyrics of the chorus though. Times like these, this is how it has to be. I guess I'm confused what that means. That one, I don't know. Lyrically, it was a bit confusing to me because it felt like she was going all over the place, which I think was probably intentional. Like, again, covering a lot of different topics. Sonically, I do think it was one of my favorites, particularly just that pre-chorus and like the verses kind of leading up to the chorus was really euphoric. And then, you know, the production just felt more fleshed out. It felt so complete, so full, so perfect. Honestly, I felt like it was sonically a pretty perfect song. The next one is called Life's No Fun Through Clear Waters. So I feel like that means, you know, you have to go through some shit in order to have fun in life.
Life's no fun through clear.
It's like a siren singing to me or something. Oh, it's another interlude. Literally might be one of my favorite songs on the album. I don't know. I love the strings. You guys know how I feel about strings. If you don't, hi.
I love strings.
And it felt like, you know, you're on a lake or something. You're looking out and you're like seeing a bird fly by and someone's calling out to you from under the water. Like in Harry Potter, when the mermaids sing under the water, that's kind of the vibe that I got. Okay, I was transported to this beautiful place. I also just want to say there's no way that she was not inspired by Ray of Light by Madonna to make this album. That is my personal opinion. Since she referenced Madonna in another song, I am very confident that she's been inspired by Madonna, and specifically Ray of Light, to make this album. It is a bit different in my opinion, like it's a bit clubbier at times and all of that, but it has those undertones, right? Kind of that underwater feeling, right? Like you're gliding through the water on a sunshiny day. This is definitely going to be a summer album, like windows down in the car, that kind of vibe. We're on the last track. It feels like, you know, very short to get here. It's only a 30-minute album, which is kind of insane, but it is called Headphones On. I actually listened to this on my own when it came out, but I have not seen the music video yet, so we are going to do that. But I have listened to this song a lot. It's the single that I went back to the most. I felt like it was the most replayable, the most catchy, like just listen to it over and over kind of vibes, but I'm curious if it will live up, you know, and still continue to be one of my favorites on the album after hearing the full project. And I heard she filmed this video in Iceland, which is really cool, and I'm really excited to see that. I want to go to Iceland so bad. It's like number one on my bucket list. Love that.
Put your headphones on. Guess I gotta accept the pain. Need a cigarette to make me feel better.
Okay, this is cinematic as hell. Why he cute though?
So I put my headphones on. Listen to my favorites.
I think this is gonna be my favorite off the album still. That's beautiful.
So I put my headphones on.
She puts her headphones on and she's transported to that place.
Wish my mom and dad could have been in love.
Then it starts to get too real.
I compare my
These are all the problems she's trying to escape through the music. Random snow pile, okay. Guess I gotta accept the pain. Need a cigarette to make me feel better. This is just a fun one to end on too. Like, makes sense as the last track. I love the colors too. This color scheme is like, shouldn't work, but it does. So I put my headphones on. Yeah. My favorite song. Just vibing. I love that little sound effect. It's so light, it's easy to miss, but it's my favorite part of the song. Now that I think about it, I think I already watched this, but we'll just keep going.
I know the lows are what makes the highs higher, so I tell myself
her videos are always a trip.
Waters. You can't fix what is over.
Oh, she connects it to the interlude as well. This is just beautiful. Listen to my favorite song. This is how I listen to this song, just bopping around. So I put my headphones on. Yeah.
Gonna dance till the wheels fall off. You know I can't get here now. Gonna dance till the wheels fall off.
Is she okay? I love this part too. She never left that place. She never really was on the horse. Vibes for real. Oh, there's a Times Like These music video. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't know there were music videos, but I enjoyed just kind of getting the Sonic vibes without, you know, feeling distracted by trying to film a bunch of reactions to the music videos. But okay, so that completes Addison by Addison Rae. It's just wild to me to think about, you know, her first EP and just the difference in sonics and everything is crazy to witness. And I did really enjoy this album. I think I'm definitely going to listen to it a lot as an entire album because it is so cohesive. It's so fun to like just listen to, put on in the background as you like get ready or something. So I definitely think this is going to have a lot of replay value, more than I would have thought from just listening to the singles alone. And that's one reason I was disappointed by so many singles, was because I feel like this is an album, not a singles album, because I think it works best as an entire album when it's all together. I'm not saying that the songs aren't good on their own, but you know, the songs are stronger together, right? I think it works incredibly well as an entire body of work. Yeah, I think the only song I didn't really like was In the Rain. So I feel pretty excited about this. I think it's so light and bright and pretty, and also kind of gives you that boppy club vibe, which can be really fun. And it really is like a euphoric kind of listening experience and just very pleasant to listen to. Lyrically, I feel like it was less just about the fun and more reflective, which I appreciated as well. Obviously, I'm someone who likes reflective lyrics and thinking about slightly deeper concepts at times. You know, obviously fun lyrics are fun as well, but I'm someone who likes to hear the tea and the drama and what's really going on in someone's life. And I think she did a good job of balancing that with like the really fun lyrics to give us a good mix, you know, because you don't want everything to be so heavy. And I think ending with the song Headphones On was an interesting choice as well, because she's like basically saying, okay, go listen to the album again, right? Go put your headphones on and start it over again so you can escape your problems. And honestly, that's kind of iconic, okay? I do want to immediately go listen to this thing in full again. Like, I'm excited to revisit this album as a full project, okay? I think it works so well. I'm really proud of her growth. It'll be interesting too to see, you know, if she continues on this path of making this style of music and this sound, or if I feel like she could be a really experimental artist who makes completely different albums every single time. Do I think it's the most engaging album I've listened to this year? Not personally. I think it's the kind of music you kind of put on, you get into the vibe and you enjoy it, but it's not super engaging. But that doesn't mean it's bad or there's anything wrong with it. Just because an album isn't making you think super deeply doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. You know, I don't think that was necessarily the intention of the album, but just something I'm noticing as I make comments in this commentary video. I like how every song had its own unique identity though. Like it was really cohesive, but also I felt like all the songs were differentiable. Like I didn't really get them mixed up. I didn't feel like they were running together, which I think is a good sign. Like that is a sign of a good album. It's a sign of, you know, you're not just using a bunch of filler tracks. Personally, I didn't feel too much of a slump in this album. I think it was pretty well paced. Like even the interludes I enjoyed. So yeah, honestly, not a whole ton of problems with this album. Obviously, the whole point of it was to like escape and just have like this gorgeous kind of euphoria to slip into and to forget your problems in life. Although I was kind of thinking about the lyrics a little bit, which I wasn't expecting from this album. I don't know, there were some like really deep lyrics in here, reflections. To me, the reflections felt kind of like incomplete at times. Like I couldn't really put a finger on what she was really referring to. They were a bit abstract. I don't know if I just need to like dive in more with the lyrics or yeah, but that is, I guess, a small critique I will have as well. Like sometimes the lyrical content felt a little abstract, but I also think she was trying to make this album very reflective and very like stream of consciousness, and that was intentional, again, probably not to make it this super concrete thing in every single track. I think she was kind of reflecting on different parts of her life from childhood onward, and that's why it felt kind of all over the place, and like sometimes it just felt like a journal entry or something where you're like reflecting on different moments at different times all in the same entry. So kind of threw me off, but I guess there's nothing wrong with that, especially if that was the intention behind the album. You know, every album is different. I try to keep intention in mind. You know, I think she should be really proud of this album. I'm proud to see her growth, you know. I would be curious to see what she does in the future. But thank you so much just for being here, okay? And please like and subscribe and we'll hang out more. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.